Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in and watching this vlog. I know that it's been kind of a while since I've done one, but this has been something that I've been praying on and working on for quite a while. So I'm excited to finally make this vlog and share it with you guys. So let me start with a question. Have you ever worked really hard for something and you just didn't get it? I think all of us can relate to that, whether it's studying really hard for a test and not getting the grade that we thought we were going to, or applying to a job or internship and not getting it, applying to a university and not getting in. Maybe it's in a relationship or just in a way that you don't feel accepted or chosen. I think that these moments are hard, especially when you know you've put in that work for something. But I've had my share of these moments, and I want to share a little theory that I've come up with. So it's all about the intersection of where you working hard meets God's will for your life. So to go into a little bit deeper explanation of that is where you have to let go of that control and know that it's in His hands, and where you need to keep working hard at your dreams and your plans. And that can be definitely a tricky situation. I think it's one of the toughest things in life, is knowing when to give up and when to keep going and trying harder on something. So here's you. You're working towards something, you're taking leaps of faith, you're putting yourself out there, you're applying to all sorts of jobs and internships and programs, you're studying days in advance for tests, you're getting your resume and cover letter critiqued not 1 but 3 times, you're training for the race or the game. Maybe you're just an all-star boyfriend or girlfriend, really working hard at your relationship and trying to be who Jesus has called you to be in that relationship. And then you have another force coming from the other side. So it looks like it's going to crash into you, but I promise you shouldn't be afraid, because this other force is God, and He loves you, and He says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. So how amazing is that? How incredible is that we have a God that already has gone before us and knows where He's leading us and where He's calling us. So somewhere in the middle, where your hard work and God's will for your life meet up, this is where decisions are made. And I'm here to tell you that whether those decisions are yes or no, being there in that middle is where you want to be. And that might sound silly, especially if you just got a no recently and you're like, no, I really don't want to be here in the middle working hard but trusting God because I got a no. So what is that supposed to mean, right? Well, let me tell you something. I think working hard at something shows God that you have worked for it, but also trusting His plan and knowing that He's going to come up with something greater for your life than you could ever dream of or imagine. So it shows faith. I think it shows faith that you had courage to put yourself out there and take leaps of faith and try something new, apply to something new, or train harder maybe than you ever have before. Maybe you switched the complete course of your career to go out on a limb for this. But I think that doing big things shows that you believe in a God that does big things. Let me say that again. I think that doing big things shows that you believe in a God that does big things. So now what I believe is that you may not get exactly what you wanted or expected, but because of all of this initial work that you put in, it's all eventually going to work out. So I have a few stories to share about myself to illustrate that for you all. So I personally did not get into my dream college. I think that was what I was working towards. You know, I tried to keep a high GPA, I tried to stay involved in things, tried to get high test scores, all that good stuff. But in retrospect, I can see now why I'm at the university I am, that it is sending me places and giving me these opportunities that I never could have dreamed of or imagined. And so I didn't get into my dream college, but that's where I set my sights. And the school that I'm at now offered me a great scholarship, so I'm able to attend a private institution affordably. So this is where my hard work and God's will really came through in my life. He saw in the future that the smaller school and connections I would make would lead me to the internship I got for next summer. So for those of you who don't know me personally, I accepted an internship for the summer of 2019 with CBS News, and I'm just honestly incredibly humbled and blessed with this opportunity. I'm excited, I'm nervous, all these feelings, But let me tell you something about me. I was actually rejected from an internship I applied to in my hometown in Oklahoma. So I didn't let that get me down though. I kind of had this feeling that God wanted me to keep working at something. So it inspired me, honestly, to keep working hard. So now in 2019, I will not be in Oklahoma, but in New York City. So this is where, again, hard work and God's will for your life intersect. So He may not open the doors that you wanted or expected. Trust me, I thought I was applying to the CBS internship for the summer of 2018, and I was rejected from that, but they offered me a position for the summer of 2019. But it's honestly worked out because it's giving me more time to plan ahead and save money so that it's not so much of a financial burden on my family. So, like I said, He may not open the doors that you wanted or expected, but we have to continue to put ourselves out there and dream big, I think, and take leaps of faith and work hard because He's meeting us in the middle if we trust Him. So I've always loved in the movie Where the Red Fern Grows, where Chris Christopherson says, well, if you want God's help, you have to meet Him halfway. And as a kid, I didn't really understand this saying. I just vaguely remember it. I honestly thought that movie was a very, very sad dog movie, and that's all I got out of it whenever I was younger. But as I've gotten older, I see it now. This is halfway. This is where we trust in His plan and meet Him here with all of our hard work and our gifts and our talents that He's blessed us with. And I believe that He delights in meeting us there. Because in Matthew 7:7 it says, ask and you shall receive, knock and the door shall be open for you. God wants us to lean on Him, and it's not all about you controlling everything in your path. Because if you believe that, and you believe that you're in control of everything, I feel like you'll be even more disappointed at yourself and at the situation when things don't work out. So it's about going before the Lord with the talents and gifts that He has given us and just saying, Jesus, I'm asking for You to meet me here in this moment. I've worked hard for this and I want this, but I know that Your plan is greater than mine and it is out of my control. So it's not always easy to do this, I know that. I prayed huge for this internship, and I know even if I had not have gotten it, there still would have been that little piece of me that would have been really extremely upset probably. But I also would have thought, dang, the next door He's about to open for me must be amazing, because everything happens for a reason, and I believe that you are chosen by God. This letter contains love.